Talk to me about this promo early on when you were in developmental. You cut a promo on Roman Reigns.
Liaki, that was his name back in the day. Yeah, Liaki.
And a toaster.
Oh my God. You know, rest in peace, Dusty. I fucking loved him so much. But, you know, the promo classes were difficult. And you had to learn to adjust on the fly, which I'm grateful for because I had that experience once I got on the main roster. But we'd have promo classes where we'd have to like cut these promos. But then he'd be like, yeah, it wasn't good enough. So here's something you talk about, go. And so he goes, Liaki, baby, get up, go sit next to Paige, you know. So he gets up, he comes and sits next to me. And then he was like, okay, Paige, baby. He's your ex-boyfriend. He dumped you and stole your toaster. Go. And
it's like an improv class.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, what do I say to this guy? So I'm just like, I just met him, you know, as well. Like, I've only been, you know, with WWE within like 2 weeks or something. I was already cutting these promos. I was like, hello, stranger. I have to pretend you're my ex-boyfriend who stole my toaster. So I just start like talking to him and I'm so embarrassed. Because he's like a big, strong guy, you know.
Hey, it's Roman Reigns.
It's fucking Roman Reigns, dude. He's like fucking Hercules. And I'm just like... I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm looking down. He's like this guy.
Maybe he was sitting.
Yeah. Oh God. And he made me do a bunch of stuff like that. Like he was like, okay, Paige, baby, you open a letter. So, and then he was like, you have to go through all your emotions while reading through his letter. Again, I'm getting dumped constantly, apparently. Because he's just like, you know, your boyfriend's dumping you. And I'm like, fuck, all right. So he was like, you have to go through happy, sad, you know, emotional, angry and stuff. So I'm like, okay, but I'm not allowed to say a word either. So you have to do it all through facial expressions. So I'm just like looking through it and I think I'm like doing a good job. Oh, fuck, I was so embarrassed. And then he would be like once I was in it for like a year, you know, at that point. So I was really comfortable with Dusty. And he was just like, okay, I want you to limit what you say. I want you to be more mysterious, right? So I was like, okay. And so he wanted me to cut these like certain length promos, but then I couldn't say anything. So I was just like, well, what the fuck? How do I do this? So I remember I was so tired one day and so fucking cranky. And I was like, I'm fucking done with this. So I come in, I cut a shit promo. And then in front of everybody, he's like, I asked for chicken dinner. You give me chicken shit. And I was like, fuck you, Dusty. And I fucking walk out, fucking stomp up to the girls' locker room, slam the door. And like, I just hear like a knock on the door. You know, and he was like, is my porcelain princess in here? And I was like, go away, Dusty. I don't want to talk to you. He was like, get out here. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have, because he's my boss, you know, I shouldn't have talked to you like that, Dusty. I'm really sorry. He was like, it's okay, baby. He was like, come sit down. So we sit on the steps and he just said to me, like, he was like, I want you to be a success. Right. And he was just like, you have to give 110% every single time, even if it's in front of your peers, even if it's in front of 5 people in the crowd, you have to give 110%. And he was like, I'm always going to be honest with you, whether you like it or not. And I understood. I was like, I'm sorry. You were completely right. I was out of line. You know, I came in half-assed my promo and did a bad job. And he said that I was like his broken toy compared to the rest of the divas, you know, because I was like the little misfit of everybody. Again, the women were beautiful, blonde hair, tanned. Like I was this pale little fucking goth chick, you know. And he was like, you're like my broken toy, baby. I just want to fix you and put you back together again, you know. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. I miss Dusty so much. Rest in peace. Been like 10 years,
that's
dude.
That's a great story.
I know. Oh no, that was it. He goes to me, he's like, nobody calls me a motherfucker like that. And I was like, you're so right. I'm so sorry, Dusty. I should not have called you a motherfucker in front of everybody. But I was very mad at him. Oh, I love him.